A while ago I started doing something. When I watched movies, I started writing down things that stood out to me, either like quotes and lines and things that just like really resonated with me, or I felt like there was a nice lesson behind it, a beautiful message. So I'm thinking of starting to do more videos about movies and the things that I kind of get out of the movie. So recently I watched Eat, Pray, Love, which it took me a long time to watch. I wanted to watch it for a while, and there were things that, of course, it's a great movie, beautiful movie, but there were specific things that I kind of wrote down to keep as little memories and insights that I want to share with you today. And I wrote them down so that I don't forget. The first one was the beautiful thing that the Italians shared with her, which was dolce far niente, right? Dolce far niente, the sweetness of doing nothing. And man, have I struggled with that in my life. Like, it feels like sometimes I can't relax, like I can't slow down. I have that mentality of like I have to keep going and going and going because I have to do something so that I can prove to other people that I'm worthy and that I'm good enough and that I'm good at what I do, and I always have to be doing something. Otherwise I have that little voice inside my head like driving me crazy, right? Like you have to do something right now. You have to produce, you have to, right? And we all get different reminders in our lives, like, okay, maybe it's okay to slow down, maybe it's okay to take some time for yourself. And now, thanks to this movie and thanks to the beautiful Italian people and their beautiful language, I have that dolce far niente, like such a beautiful reminder, the sweetness of doing nothing, because it is sweet and it is beautiful, and we need that sometimes, to just sit down and just do nothing. So I thought that was a beautiful thing from the movie that a lot of us maybe can benefit from. So thank you, Italian people. I love you, love your culture, I love your language, so thank you for that one. Then the guy from Texas, right, who she met in India, I think it's when he's leaving to go back, he said, believe in love again. And that to me was beautiful. It reminded me of Rumi's quote that said, you have to keep breaking your heart until it opens. For some reason, that quote is like, what the hell? It sounds like, but I believe there's some truth behind that quote. What if there is, right? We've all experienced heartbreaks in life, right? At least 99% of people. And I believe that the beauty of it is to have hope again in love. Have faith that you'll experience that again. Right? To me, that's what life is about. I've experienced somewhat recently something that just broke my heart into a million pieces. But I still have that hope. I have faith that something amazing is coming. Because the beautiful experiences that I've had with women, in my opinion, and I have a lot of people agree with that, it's kind of like a preview of what's coming for you. And each time it keeps getting better and better and better. It's like, wow, I can't even imagine when I meet the love of my life, like how incredible that's going to be. So I love that little phrase that he said, believe in love again. I'm not saying it's easy, right? I'm not saying that it's not challenging and that it might take time, might take some work, some whatever, inner work, some counseling, whatever you need. But it's a beautiful journey of life to believe in love again, to believe that you'll find it, to believe that it's out there for you, to believe that out of over 7 billion people, you'll find one person who's amazing, incredible, perfect, beautiful for you. I believe in that. It's not every day. Sometimes I go back to that old mindset of like negative thinking and all that. It's okay. It comes and goes. That's fine. But deep down, we know, I think deep down we know that exists and it's out there for us. So it's nice to have those little reminders. Then a phrase that she said, which I think is beautiful, because on a spiritual journey, this is a topic that comes out a lot. She said, God God dwells within me as me. She said, I think that's what she said, like what I'm gonna share. I think she said that she doesn't need to be any particular way, any specific way, that it's not only if you sit and meditate for like 2 hours a day that like God will be happy with you, right? I love the ideas and the approach, kind of like we're all a part of God, right? And God wants to experience itself through all these different kinds of situations and ideas and personalities and experiences and everything, right? In the book Conversations with God, I think that's one of the ideas that he shares, right? God wants to experience itself through all of us, through me, through you, through your neighbor, through your friend. So you don't need to be any specific way. You don't need to go and meditate in the mountains for 4 years so that God will be happy with you, right? I like that approach more. It just resonates more with me and it feels better, right? When a spiritual teacher is sharing something with you, see how it feels, see if it resonates with you, see how it feels in your body, right? Does it make you feel more relaxed and happy? Or sometimes, of course, it brings up a lot because of belief systems and things that we need to work through, but just pay attention to how it feels. So I like that idea, like God dwells within me as me. There's so many ways that I could take that phrase and things that we could talk about, but I don't want to make this a half-hour video, so I'm just gonna leave it at that, and you can play around with that phrase and let me know for you what it means. Let me know below. Then Ketut, I think that's how the name was pronounced. I love that guy. I would love to meet him. Ketut, I love you. Thank you for everything that you did in that movie. He said to the Brazilian guy, right, when they were over there in Bali, I love this too. To have a broken heart means to have tried for something. And I think that's beautiful because I've noticed in my own life when I try to protect myself from getting my heart broken or hurt, I went into my own cell, my own prison, trying to protect myself from stuff, and I wasn't experiencing anything. Right? I love the idea, if you close your door to pain, you also close it to pleasure. Right? You can't select what you're protecting yourself from. If you're closed up and defensive, you're keeping everything away and everyone away. So I'm not saying it's easy to open up, but when we have a broken heart or some wounds in our heart, right? Any kind of wound that you have in your heart, which we all have, but I think it means that you're actually tried for something, you believed in something, you went towards something, you didn't run away, right? You actually moved towards it. And that's fine, and that's beautiful, and that's perfect. That's what life is. We came here to experience all of it, right? At the level of your soul came here to experience all of it, baby, all of it. The good and the bad, whatever you call bad, whatever you judge as bad, right? There's gifts in that too. There's gifts in that pain, in that wound, right? Rumi shared a lot of quotes around that, right? The wound is a place through where the life enters you, or something like that. There's beauty in that. There's a gift in that. So to have a broken heart means that you tried for something. So give yourself credit. Realize that you actually had the courage to explore that possibility of a relationship or whatever it might be. So I think that's beautiful. And then at the end, Ketut, my big friend Ketut. Is that, I forget how it's pronounced, I think that's how it was. Let me know below. But the amazing Ketut said at the end, sometimes, because she talked a lot about balance. Remember at the end it was all about balance, which is something that we all recommend, that we all strive for sometimes. And I recommend a lot, but I love what he said because I also believe in that sometimes. Sometimes to lose balance for love is part of living a balanced life. Let that sink in for a minute. I've obsessed about balance in my life in the past. I still do sometimes, to be honest. I've obsessed about balance. I wonder how much, if you're obsessing about balance and just blinded to keep moving forward in the direction that you feel is balanced, how much you might be missing out on life. Balance is beneficial, but you're not going to be in balance for the rest of your life, for every minute of your life. And balance is also subjective. Like, what balance is to you might not be balanced to me. So who says what the right balance is, right? That's a really cool topic that we could talk about for a long time. But I love that, like, sometimes to lose balance for love is part of living a balanced life. Sometimes if you have a strong desire to fulfill what you feel is a life purpose even, right? If you have a really, really strong pull to that, you might come out of balance. But it feels good. It's what your soul wants you to move towards to, maybe, right? How do we know? Same thing with love, right? If you pour everything into that person and you just open your heart wide open and you're there fully for that person, giving everything you have, that's what love is. Part of it. And that's not balance, maybe, right? You will come out of balance. I thought that was a really cool point. So, Katut, I love you, man. Thank you for sharing that. You helped me out a lot in this movie. So, those are the main ones that I wanted to share. I'm going to be making more videos about movies. I think there's so many little messages in movies that we could benefit from. And I've wrote down a lot, I just haven't made the videos. So maybe now it's time to start making the videos. So let me know below, like, what your favorite thing about that movie was. Because it has so many beautiful things and aspects. So let me know. Share with me below. And make sure to subscribe, because I have a lot more coming. So I would love for you to join the tribe. I love doing this, so let me know. Let me know below what you want to hear more about, and I'll be sharing more soon. Have an amazing day, and dolce far niente, and yes, and Ketut, I love you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.